Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day? Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first and 10, Mayfield. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case,
hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Lions have recovered.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go. And I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control. And that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there. Turned the ball over. Now Herbert following the turnover. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you, get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception returned for a Lions touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
4th down, Mayfield out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Herbert. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Mayfield on play action. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 16, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On third down, Mayfield. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the Bills are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
Mayfield to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Our game here in Detroit, or Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they moved the ball with relative ease.
Play action. It's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The pressure there was definitely enough to make him alter his throw because if he had had time, he had a man wide open and had a chance to get it to him.
Yeah, I think if he had just another split second, that's a completion and a touchdown. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Herbert. And in for the Lions touchdown. Across Valdez-Scantling from 6 yards away. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball. Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Herbert now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. This is caught. Give them 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he loses the football a second time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, remember, he had a fumble earlier in this first half and got saved, but no such saving here. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and as a coach and as a teammate, you're hoping that he learned from the first one. There was a lesson there. But obviously he doesn't have enough focus in order to lose it a second time. That simply can't happen.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it.
Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On second down, here's Penny.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Moore, the man in motion. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
A 59-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's Miller, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mayfield down. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Bills.
Mayfield.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Slant route to Miller. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hey, 133. Hurry.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Scotty Miller, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Penny up the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44.
70 yards on the ground for him so far.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Room here to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Bills first down.
Now Mayfield.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnovers.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions. Here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little babies. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we get God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest? Mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, went instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, I know kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 1-on-1 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2-on-2, that's like 4, they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the rent do. Rent got them doing, that's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been plotting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
Pretty and paid. Pretty and paid, ayy. Y'all heard know I'm coming. I don't want to clarify. Keep up. Ayy. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm about it. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sip that a weed when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only come out with a pay till I say. Urge you wanna be. Don't gotta whip it. Rag on no petty. Flips. I talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. Empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down. Benjamin. We not equivalent. Really bad. Looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. No, ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm about it. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, stop trying to look. We do not cover me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if you're under me. I'm with it and Rex involved. I they texting calls. Run me that. Making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you ain't taking none. You bragging on pants, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. No, ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm about it. Stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. But I get that daily paper. Stop playing me. Pap.
Let's go. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. Good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The 4th bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The catamounts who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the prince. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the prince. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the prince. You seen the making never star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I'm the first. Next level. I'm coming for everything. I am the first. Remember me. Boys make major moves, still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we not a ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr,
trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut in both of my pockets. Me need my DNA. Babies for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them no get the same. Me and them no get the same. For I die, they gon' know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags. And I don't really wanna be famous.